I gotta be honest with you guys. Today has sucked a lot. So, I might talk about it later, make a video on it. It wouldn't be about sports, by the way, so use that clickbait, some views, but I gotta say, today, long story short is, today has not been good, and what makes me feel better is talking football and talking sports. Talking football and making these YouTube videos. So, I gotta say, supporting the last video for the Buffalo Bills mock draft was absolutely insane. So, I appreciate you guys a lot, and that does make my day feel a lot better. But today has been a good day, so I thought we'd just talk about some quarterbacks. And we're going to start off with the Green Bay Packer quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He's not going anywhere. Okay? Aaron Rodgers isn't leaving. He wants a new contract with Green Bay. So, I don't think he wants more money. I think he might take less money. A longer deal, which would honestly help the Green Bay Packers out, help him get some help around him. So, yeah, Aaron Rodgers isn't going anywhere. So, I just want to get that out. Now, let's get into the actual video. And there's not going to be any editing to this. It's going to be more podcast style. I'm just going to talk. I might edit the camera a little bit, make myself look a little bit better. But it's just going to be me talking. Okay, there's going to be no editing, no stats read. I'm just going to talk. So, which ultimately is the goal to have a podcast. So, today we're going to, as you can probably tell from the title, we're going to be predicting where every quarterback goes. We're also going to be talking about teams who drafted quarterbacks. I'm not going to predict where they go. You'll have to watch my mock drafts for those. There is a playlist on my channel right now with all the videos that I've done drafts on. So you just have to go check those out if you've missed any of them. But, so, starting off, we got rumors about Jared Goff, and Rams, Sean McVay and Les Miles have come out trashing Jared Goff, okay? He said, Les Miles said he's a Rams for now. And now there's an open quarterback for John Wolford. Okay, so if that does happen in the NFC West, you would have Garoppolo, Wilson, Kyler Murray, John Wolford. You tell me who's not winning that division, okay? Yeah. You definitely tell me who's not winning that division. It's not Rams. You're not going to be able to win with John Wolford. You can win with Jared Goff, not John Wolford. But they definitely want out of Jared Goff's contract. They want him out of LA, and they want the cheaper option of John Wolford. And I think they'd probably tank for the next year's draft, bigger quarterbacks. They'll finally have a first-round pick. They'll be out of the Jalen Ramsey trade. So, with that, I think Jared Goff goes to the New England Patriots. Cam Newton is obviously gone there. They are not re-signing his one-year contract. So, Jared Goff goes to Patriots. It's a good fit. They can get him some weapons with their pick. They'll get a lot of defensive players back. Yeah, you can win with Jared Goff. Like I said, you probably can't win a Super Bowl with him. But with Bill Belichick, a really good pick with their 14th overall pick in the draft. Yeah, you can absolutely win with Jared Goff. You win 9 to 10 games a year. He has won 9 to 10 games a year since he's been drafted. So I think you give him to the Patriots, get him some weapons. You had a lot of defensive starters coming back from opt-outs. Yeah, Patriots, you can absolutely win. So I think they'll get Jared Goff. Matthew Stafford, I said on my Twitter, which you all should definitely go follow, link in description, to the Colts. Matthew Stafford is going to the Indianapolis Colts. Good O-line, great run game. Never had either of those in Detroit. Defensively, they have a really good defense with Darius Leonard and can get even better on the defensive side. DeForest Buckner there too. They got a really good defense. I think improved secondary a little bit. You have an elite defense with the Indianapolis Colts. But you get Matthew Stafford to the Colts, you're winning the South. Because you almost won the South with Phillip Rivers. You're absolutely winning the South with Matthew Stafford on the Colts. Especially with Deshaun Watson leaving. The Titans will be your only competition, but you can absolutely beat them if you just shut down Derrick Henry. So, yeah, you can win with them. Carson Wentz, he's staying right on the Eagles. I thought he would go to the Colts at the beginning of the year. They hired the Colts offensive coordinator, who worked under Frank Reich. So why not just keep Carson in Philly and just take the entire Colts coaching staff with you? That is absolutely a great plan for Philadelphia. That's what they're doing. They hired their offense coordinator as coach. I got a big head coach video coming soon too, which I got to get put together, which is terrible timing now since stuff is going on with my life. But yeah, he's staying right with the Eagles. They obviously want to keep him there. He's staying. They hired the Colts offense coordinator, so they obviously know that Frank Reich was part of the keys to Carson Wentz's success. So you keep him there. You bring the offense coordinator to the Eagles. Yeah, it's a good fit. I like it. So Carson Wentz is staying on the Eagles. Now you got Cam Newton. Where is he going to go? So I should have mentioned those Patriots too, but they're too far back in the draft to get any of the top quarterbacks, the top 4. Lawrence, Fields, Wilson, Lance, and then maybe you could reach for Trask or Jones. But I think Cam Newton's going to go to the Washington football team, work with Ron Rivera, have good weapons, which he did not have in New England with scary Terry McLaurin. Logan Thomas is a good tight end. Solid tight end, really solid tight end. And that defense is scary. Yeah, if Cam Newton can limit the turnovers, Ron Rivera knows what he's got with Cam Newton. He coached him there pretty much most of his career, except for this last year. Ron Rivera and Cam Newton have some sort of relationship. Cam Newton is absolutely going to the Washington football team, unless I think it's going to be one of those things where Cam Newton signing waiting until after the draft. He is 100% waiting until after the draft. So Cam Newton is going to Washington if they cannot get Trey Lance. I like the fit. Sam Darnold. Jets have a pick. Do they take a receiver? Quarterback. Well, let's say for this instance, they take Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. So Sam Darnold now is going to the Steelers. Look, Big Ben might come back. He shouldn't. He should retire, but he might come back. And they're willing to have him back if they lower his cap space. So Sam Darnold is going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is. That's a great organization. He'll have good weapons with Juju Smith-Schuster if he resigns and Chase Claypool. The defense will be a lot better. That defense was not what it was going into the playoffs. They were injured at linebacker very, very badly. Fix the run game. You can win with Sam Darnold. So, yes, Sam Darnold is going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Which means Ben Roethlisberger has got to go somewhere. Well, where is Big Ben going to go? He's a very old quarterback with a very high cap hit. The Denver Broncos. Makes sense. They did that with Manning, won a Super Bowl. They tried to do it with Case Keenum, won a Super Bowl. Then they drafted Drew Lock, who looked really good in his first 4 games. And then his shoulder blew out in one of the first games. And I think that was one of his big issues. So I don't think they should do it. I think they should stay with Drew Lock. But he's going to go to the Denver Broncos if the Steelers don't bring him back. Big Ben is either going to the Steelers or he's going to the Denver Broncos. He's just in that point of his career. Gardner Minshew. Jaguars taking Trevor Lawrence, and Gardner Minshew is going to stay right with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think there's any market for him out there. He'd be a good backup. He can win games, throw a couple touchdowns, get you a couple yards. But yeah, he's absolutely staying with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Deshaun Watson. This is the big one. Where is Deshaun Watson going to go? I made a video on it. And so some rumors about that. The Niners are the leading source to get him. The Panthers are going to make a very strong push to get him. And the Panthers are in a very good spot to draft a good quarterback. They can 100% get Trey Lance or Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, whichever one falls. Because it's going to be really up to the Jets. Because you look at the teams, they don't need quarterbacks. They do not need quarterbacks. So, Deshaun Watson in Miami makes a lot of sense, but Deshaun Watson in San Francisco makes more sense. Kyle Shanahan, offensive coach. They have a really good run game. They're going to have a really good defense once their player gets healthy. George Kittle, a very reliable weapon. Yes, Deshaun Watson is going to the San Francisco 49ers, and that is going to be scary. So, looking at the updated NFC West quarterback standings, which we talked about, it would be Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, and John Wolford. I can tell you something. The Rams aren't winning that division. If it is that, the Rams are not winning that division. But Jared Goff, I give him a little bit more of a chance, but they're still not going to win the division. If it's that, even if they do have Jared Goff, you still have the 4th best quarterback in your division. So Deshaun Watson got the 49ers, and Jimmy Garoppolo has way too big of a contract. Who are you going to take? Where is he going to go? Well, he's going to go to the Chicago Bears. Bears in the same spot as Washington and New England. Too high to draft a quarterback. You could reach for Kyle Trask or Mac Jones or wait for a second-round pick to do that. But I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to go to the Chicago Bears. That makes sense. They need a quarterback. Garoppolo is a quarterback. He's not as mobile as Mitchell Trubisky, but he's basically a better version of Nick Foles, regular season Nick Foles. Not talking about playoff Nick Foles. Playoff Nick Foles is a whole different breed, which they should have put him in the wild card game, and I'm sure Bears fans are mad they didn't. But hey, at least Mitchell Trubisky won the Nickelodeon Most Valuable Player. Yep, that's what happened. So Garoppolo to the Bears, it makes a lot of sense. But Allen Robinson is going to be gone. They're going to have a lot of cap space once Allen Robinson is gone. Garoppolo will not do good with the Bears. The Bears are not going to do good because they're not going to get Allen Robinson back. But their defense will be good, at least, right? Right, so far it's looking like that Khalil Mack trade isn't looking so well for him because they just haven't been able to get the right quarterback. If you can keep Allen Robinson and get Garoppolo, yes, you can come second place in that division and make the playoffs again. And maybe even beat the Saints in the playoffs. Saints were very beatable in that game, but they couldn't do it. So you get Garoppolo to the Bears, yeah, he can absolutely win that playoff game. So, there you have it. Goff to the Patriots, Stafford to the Colts, Wentz to the Eagles, Newton to Washington, Sam Darnold to the Steelers, Minshew to the Jags, Watson to the Niners, Garoppolo to the Bears, and Big Ben Roethlisberger to the Denver Broncos. Again, sorry about the quality of these last couple of videos. Some things have been going on. And I hope this is a new style video. I'm trying it out. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Just a discussion. Not much editing, just me talking into a microphone, which is probably very boring to watch. I know, unless you care about this stuff. But, yeah, that is all I have for you today. Thank you for listening.